This is Sick Riku versus PhatE on Jarilo's Forge. Lictor Alpha versus Warboss. And this is round 3, so basically the quarterfinals. Because there are only 8 guys left. The other quarterfinals being Ben versus Tralali, Codex versus Moisey, and Esmond versus Sotopi. Sotopi is leading 1-0 against Esmond. Okay, but back to this game. So Lictor Alpha again. I hate you, Lictor. Versus Warboss.
Yeah, well, Warboss is also a tournament-proven hero, so yeah, it's not the worst matchup ever, but it's still... Well, I'm not quite sure. Actually, I'm not quite sure how Lictor Alpha plays out in the new beta, so we'll see. We'll see. He's got some slight nerfs, so...
Yeah, the Lictor, basically his flash hook got nerfed.
Yeah. The pull strength and the cast radius, right?
Exactly. That means he won't expose the flash hook models less extremely. And of course there were some balance changes in turrets in general, so let's see how this will work out. So standard opening for both players, so double Jamagans and double shooters.
Yeah.
A lot of players are still complaining about the Lictor Alpha not having his feeder tendrils nerfed yet.
Yeah.
But I can see why Keltos didn't decide to nerf everything the Lictor has.
Yeah, of course. I mean, slight nerfs one at a time, just to make sure that you don't over nerf him and make him completely unviable.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just see how this turns out.
Yeah.
Oh, my handy. Sorry about that. Just moving it silent. So big storm over there. Doing some work on these homogons and full retreat for the shooters. So basically the fight is on. And we see
I mean, at least for me personally, it's the least favorable matchup, and I think it has been since the retail. I've always struggled against it.
Yeah, I played some games in retail as well versus Nits, and honestly most of them were quite frustrating.
Very nicely, I mean, PhatE got the spiky armor and almost wiped the Hormagons there.
Yeah, and the Lictor is now retreating. These warriors are now in trouble because we have user choppered sluggers with burners, so they have some power melee weapons. And one of the warriors is about to drop, I think. There's a special.
That was very lucky for Riku not to get specialed by the sluggers.
And it's really like
very, very lucky. Very lucky not to drop a model or and get special.
Yeah, it's like Riku's being lucky all the last few tournaments, it feels like. So Warboss has the Angry Bits.
Yeah.
On top of his spiky armor, of course, the Angry Bits regeneration is now exclusive.
Yeah, so it doesn't stack with the spiky armor. It was kind of nuts, the health regen he got from the charge.
So we have double, triple gens up, rather, for Riku, 1 gen for PhatE, and PhatE has kept the north of the point of the map. And we see 1 toxin sacs and the adrenal glands.
Yeah. Probably gonna see second toxin sac rather quick.
We maybe even see a second warrior squad, because double warriors is very powerful versus orcs in general. 1 big shooter is coming up, and the second is already up, so...
Yeah.
PhatE is choosing to upgrade his squads rather than getting new squads.
Yeah. Quite sure what Riku's gonna... I would imagine he he wants to get feeder Tendrils in tier 1 against Warboss and Orcs in general, since well, yeah, since he needs to deal with the Sluggers and Warboss.
He needs to suppress the warriors. There we go. There's the Angry Bits charge. There the Termagants. Good special from the Warboss. The Warboss is getting a lot of specials though. And he needs to... Yes, there's a Sinner's Bomb. More damage on the... What are the... Whoa. Whoa, one of the shooter squads died. That's unlucky.
That was weird, because I think he retreated them quite early, to be honest.
Yeah. There's Outboys on the Sluggers. They're taking a lot of damage from the double Termagants. His charge seems to be on cooldown.
Yeah, I think so.
However, he manages to push back Riku and oh, there's the charge, providing him with a damage buff and health regeneration buff. And there's the flash hook.
Nicely done by Riku.
Yeah.
Just forcing off the Warboss straight away. Yeah, I think we're choosing not to get anything for his Lictor Alpha and just get
straight to T2.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go for not quite sure actually what he's gonna go for. Probably a Zoanthrope or well, a quick Zoanthrope or a quick Tyrant Guard. That would be my guess.
And that would be a little bit of trouble for PhatE. PhatE, however, replacing one of his shooter boys and replacing the big shooter, and wasting a lot of red on his slugger boys and red user choppers.
Yeah.
Riku is now trying to harass some power.
Probably will get a node or a 1 gen.
Maybe.
Or actually, well, probably a node and a gen or node.
Yeah, the Jarilo's Forge map obviously being rather small. Oh, there's the Toxin Sex slow crippling poison on the Warboss while he's charging.
Oh yeah, the Slugger's gonna go down, yeah. That's bad news for the gen form, and bad news for PhatE. He's totally wreck starred, and he can't afford to buy new squads and tech.
Yeah, and the warriors are just leaping into everywhere. Now we retreat.
He's decapping the power farm, taking down the gens.
Yeah, that's really bad news. And we see a double and a swarm coming up for the Termagants again, and the zone tropes on the way. Shooters again about to die. Man, these Hormagaunts, I hate them. They're so powerful.
They do insane amounts of damage for a tier 1 squad, and the leap does actually damage. So
yeah, it's just very good. The spiky armor of the Warboss, however, is basically preventing Riku from attacking him with the Hormagaunts. And the oh yeah, one of the Termagant was almost down. But PhatE is really behind. He is floating a little bit again as well.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't recapped his power farm. Now he's going to 2. And we see...
Not sure what he's gonna get in tier 2.
Yes, it's really...
Riku's getting the deadly jump.
Okay.
And he has all his squads are fully upgraded. I think he'll probably go for the feeder tendrils again, and
yeah, he can even afford to cap this power farm.
Yeah.
And make things even worse. And this is exactly what he's going for.
Yeah.
Now he will be basically having the whole map. It doesn't look good for PhatE. He is tier 2. I think he has something queued up. Maybe a truck.
Yeah, probably a truck. But a truck won't help him much. It really does not help him much at this point.
Yeah, he doesn't have the wreck to profit from the reinforcement on the fields.
Yeah.
The truck itself.
Oh, he's gonna lose a shooter squad again.
Yeah. So he's actually going for a weird boy, but he's going to lose a second shooter squad as well.
He's
Not
staying
quite.
a bit too long in the engagements.
Yeah.
Because I quite rarely see actually warriors wipe stuff in retreat, since they're not a very high DPS squad per se. I mean, the leap does damage, of course, so that's.
Yeah, and the Warboss with his charge is just basically countered every time. But there's the weird boy, so the weird boy might sound like bad news. Go for a zap maybe?
Yeah, of course, weird boy is nice against Tyranids, but yeah, Riku has a Tyrant Guard on the way.
Yeah, there's the deadly jump. The shooters. Flash hook in retreat, killing a second model, and the truck is coming up.
Actually, the Lone Hunter, Lictor Alpha does 50% more damage. Does that damage buff actually affect Flash Hook?
I am not sure.
Pretty nasty if it actually affected Flash Hook.
I am not sure. I think it buffs his weapon damage, and the Flash Hook might be a weapon core. If so, the Flash Hook might be buffed.
Yeah.
If it's an ability, however, ability damage, then it's not buffed, obviously.
Okay. Strange not to see a weapon upgrade for the Lictor Alpha yet. Would imagine him getting something, like actually pretty much any of the upgrades, all of them are pretty great.
Might be even the sizing talons would be really insane against the weird boy, at least. He's going for some sluggers.
Or actually, I think the corrosive claws would also be pretty nice, because that would make sniping stuff so easy to say, increases the damage the unit takes.
Yeah, and it decreases the speed of the unit as well, I think. Not sure about that.
No, that's the toxic miasma.
Oh, okay,
It does damage over time and decreases speed and the damage.
Yeah, weird boy out of position now. Let's retreat. There we go. Yeah, and Riku is leading quite significantly on VPs. So to get a triple tap again.
Lolgrim told me that Flash Hook uses as a weapon. I mean, it acts like a weapon. Like it's technically a one-shot weapon.
Okay. Like then it will be buffed by the Lone Hunter. There's use choppers again on the sluggers. We have the knob and burners. Still suffering a lot from all this damage over here, and the zone trope.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff doing damage.
Yeah, and the Warthog is going down from this Tyrant Guard now. Almost at least. He could have even afforded to...
Yeah, the Slugger's gonna go down. The
yeah, Warboss going down. This is game.
Yeah, that's a GG. Yeah.
Okay, then Riku leading
1-0.
No.
Nice start for PhatE, but he kind of started going downhill after he lost the first shooter squad.